A guitar lesson for absolute beginners. How to read a chord chart and how to read a scale chart. This lesson is part of the GCH Guitar Academy First Steps Guitar course, and you can download the PDF that accompanies this lesson and the entire course completely free at www.ebooks4guitar.com. And down below in the description you'll find a link to a YouTube playlist of all the lessons. Right, let's get on with it. How to read a chord chart or chord map. Chord charts are the same for both electric guitars and acoustic guitars. And before you can read a chord chart, you need to be familiar with the fretboard on your guitar. So here's a picture of an acoustic guitar fretboard and an electric guitar fretboard. The parts of your guitar you need to know to understand chord charts are the nut, which you can consider the end of the fretboard, and the frets, which are the metal inlays on your fretboard. And whilst you don't need it for this tutorial, it's worth me pointing out the fret markers, which help you to locate the frets further up the neck. When you're playing the guitar, you put your fingers between the frets. Even though we say you put your fingers on the frets, it actually means to put your fingers between the frets. And your finger should be somewhere between halfway between the frets to closer to the upper fret. Though when you're first learning chords, this might not always be possible. So if you have this difficulty, don't worry about it. Something that a lot of people find confusing when they first learn the guitar is the ups and the downs. And that's because everything on the guitar is named by pitch and not geographically. So for example, the bottom string is the thickest string, which, if you're holding your guitar correctly, should be actually on the top. However, it's called the bottom string because it's got the deepest pitch. And conversely, the thin string is the highest string, again because it's got the highest pitch. Also, to move up the neck is to move towards the body of the guitar, and to move down the neck is to move towards the nut. And this is because as you move towards the body of the guitar, the pitch gets higher, and when you move towards the nut, the pitch gets lower. Right, let's take a look at a chord chart. A chord chart or chord map is a graphic representation of the neck of your guitar. You can see here's the nut, and here are the frets, and here are the strings. The lowest string, or the bottom E string, is here, and the top E string, or the highest string, is here. This is the chord map or chord chart of a C major. The dots, or solid circles on the fret map, represent the tips of your fingers, and the numbers by the dots tell you which fingers you should be using. And the finger numbers are very standard, where the first finger is the first finger, going through to the fourth finger, which is your little finger. Something else you'll often come across on the chord charts or chord maps is an X on the end of the string, and this means you don't play this string. So for example, with this C major chord, you'll notice there's an X on the bottom E string. Therefore, we don't play this string. So when you strum the C major, you only strum the top 5 strings. When you first start to play chords, it's wise to start by putting your fingers on in order. So for example here, we'd put the first finger on, then the second finger, and then the third finger. Though as you learn to play the guitar, it all becomes more organic, and you might use different fingers to play a chord and put the fingers down in a different order. Right, let's take a closer look at that C chord and how I play it. Firstly, I'll place the first finger in the first fret of the B string or the second string. Then I skip a string and place the second finger in the second fret of the D string or the fourth string. Then I'll place the third finger in the third fret of the A string or the fifth string. This is the C major, and now I strum it, ignoring the bottom E string because it's got a cross on it. Right, if you've got a guitar to hand and you want to try your very first chord, let's try the E minor 7th, which is the easiest chord in the world. And to play this chord, you simply place the first finger on the second fret of the A string or fifth string, and you strum all the strings. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can try playing this same chord with the second finger. So you place the second finger on the second fret of the A string or the fifth string and strum all the strings. Hopefully from this lesson you can understand now how to read a chord chart, and you can try playing a few different chords. But because they're so similar, let's take a quick look at scale charts. How to read a scale chart. A scale chart or scale map looks very similar to a chord chart, but there's one major difference in how you play it, and this is that you play each note one at a time. And when you're learning a scale, you usually start at the bottom of the scale and go up. Looking at this G major scale chart or scale map, you can see the bottom note will be on the bottom string, which is the thickest string on your guitar, and the first note you play will be on the third fret with the second finger. Then you play the fifth fret on the same string with the fourth finger. Then we move across to the next string, the A string, and play the second fret with the first finger, then the third fret with the second finger, then the fifth fret with the fourth finger. Then we move across to the next string, which is the D string, and we play the second fret with the first finger again. This time we play the fourth fret with the third finger and the fifth fret with the fourth finger. And here's what that scale will sound like eventually. It's an important thing to note that not all chord and scale maps start by the nut. However, if they do start further up the guitar, normally one or more of the frets are marked with the fret number. At this point in the course, you don't need to fully understand the scales part of this lesson, and you don't need to learn how to play one. We'll look at these in more detail later in the course. However, it's useful to know the difference between a chord chart and a scale chart. The most important thing to get out of this lesson is how to read a chord chart. And this is because with most contemporary guitar courses, the first thing you have to learn is at least a few chords. Thank you very much for watching this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. And if you did, please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, as it really helps the channel. And to remind you, if you'd like the PDF ebook that goes along with these lessons, you can download it completely free at www.ebooks4guitar.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll come back again soon.